as you guys can see, I got a bunch of products here from Wahl. And I just want to say, shout out to Williamsport Barber Supply, where you guys could use my code Eddie10 and you could save 10% off of your order. It's a big day in the land of Wahl, which it's probably been since about 2015, 2016, since we've seen a new clipper from them for barbers. And I have today the Kuno, I also have the new Vapor, and I have some other stuff to compare it to. But today, we're gonna be breaking down the all-new Wahl Vapor. I'm gonna do an unboxing. I'm gonna give you guys my first impressions. It's literally just got here today, and I have not done even a single haircut, but we're gonna break this down. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and I'll show you guys what it comes with in the box. And the box is really cool, actually. It's just like a weird little split box thing. And you don't really get a whole lot of stuff with this. I wasn't sure if this came with a stand or if there's a version with a stand. There very well might be. So we do get a full set of guards. You're gonna get the classic Wahl comb, which I actually love. I really kind of learned how to cut hair using this style of comb. And you get some oil, and that's really about it. You do get your charging cable, which is exactly the same as the one for the Magic Clips, the Seniors, and even the Wahl Vanish. So you have some continuity in charging there. However, it does not fit the Wahl Kuno, which we will be doing in the next video. So stay tuned for that. If you check these out both together, let's do a little sound test. So here's the Magic Clip. A little sluggish, right? And here's the Vapor. You can hear it's got like a little bit of a takeoff, like a little jet engine, just. So first impressions when I took this out of the box, it's got a really nice shape. It has a brushless motor. It also has 2.5 hours of runtime, and they've finally came into the fold, and their blade now really resembles the blades that you see on Stylecraft. And there is a lot of teeth. There's 32 teeth across the top of this blade. My guess, it's probably gonna struggle to remove heavy bulk because there's just so many teeth. It's gonna be difficult for it to all fit in here. But on the other side of that, I'm sure it's probably gonna blend out the skin line and actually fade pretty good. Now, it is not a click lever. It's a normal floating lever system. It feels like there's a lot of movement to this blade. Only time will tell once we get a chance to use it. Now, it does not have any other means of charging other than the bottom port. There's no USB-C charging.
Now, hold up. I found something kind of interesting. I'm doing the research for this video. I'm looking at all Wahl's different clippers they have, and I find this like over-the-counter clipper. So check it out, y'all. $59.99. You get scissors, combs. You get an awful lot of stuff here, and that clipper looks very much like the new Vapor F32 Fade out. Now, I'm sure internally this is completely different, and I can tell that this blade is different, but this design concept is not super new, and it's kind of a little bit of a disappointment to see this, whereas I would have liked to have seen them just kind of do something from scratch. But I think they were kind of aiming at like a budget item. They used kind of a lower end brushless motor. They were able to keep the cost down to $189.99, and you know, for that, that's actually probably going to be appreciated. But it would have been nice to see some kind of flagship out of Wahl after all this time. I mean, I have to feel like a lot of you Wahl fanboys are going to be a little disappointed when you get this, because you're thinking, finally, since 2015, we got something new to talk about with Wahl, and it's this. Now, I had to know if there's any possibility that internally this clipper could be better than that clipper. So I ordered it. It's gonna be here at 5 p.m. today. I'll get on that video and I'll give you guys a breakdown and a comparison.
And you guys could check out the brushless motor. This style of brushless motor is called non-programmable because there's only 2 wires coming from it. That third one would have been for it to be able to program. Now, let's see if when I stop this blade, let's see if you can hear it power up. It doesn't actually power up, but I gotta say it's pretty strong. I'm not able to stop this blade. So the motor definitely seems stronger, and it sounds so much better than like the Magic Clip. I can stop the Magic Clip if I put a lot of pressure on that blade, I could definitely stop the Magic Clip. So other than that, this is what it weighs. Now soon, I'm actually gonna be doing a video on all the best combo kits that are out here. So as you guys can see, Williamsport sent me a whole lot of different stuff, and I'm gonna be breaking that video down. And also, I just finished a budget clipper video that I think you guys are really gonna like if any of you guys are out there on a budget. Now also with the Vapor, it has just this classic on-off switch, very similar to the one that you have with your Magic Clip. You click it with your like middle finger. Me personally, that's kind of how I would turn it on and off. The Kuno, completely different. It's got a button towards the top, but you know, all in all, I think that if you're a fan of like the classic shape of clippers, you're probably gonna like the way this thing sits in your hand. You're probably gonna like the grip. The texture down here actually feels pretty nice in the hand. It's definitely not like slippery. One thing I did notice was this lever is pretty close to the case. And if you're gonna run like any type of like rubber grip, which a lot of people do like to run a little rubber grip, I don't know if you're gonna be able to fit one on there without this lever brushing up against it, probably making it hard to turn. Where the lever attaches to the bracket, it actually has this like little kind of cover that sort of blocks that. And when I was putting it back in the box, it popped off. I have a feeling that these are probably not gonna stay on forever. I think probably anybody who uses this clipper long term, these are gonna pop off pretty easy and wind up getting lost. But it does look good with it all black and having that covered. I mean, I wouldn't wanna glue it in there because, you know, if you wanna take off the lever, then yeah, you're gonna have to do that. But for the most part, all in all, good looking color, good looking shape, good feeling clipper. Wonder if I could use these Kuno blades because they're magnetic. Nope. That would have been kind of cool. It's kind of interesting how they seated the magnet in the middle of this guard. Like there's no real indication that this is a magnetic guard, right? The magnet is seated inside of the plastic, which I actually think is pretty cool for the Kuno. All in all, I think this clipper is probably going to be pretty interesting to cut with. I think it's probably going to do good work as far as like removing the skin line goes. But the top blade here kind of concerns me because there's so many teeth there that I have a feeling it's going to struggle when it goes into bulk. But I do know that this bottom blade is probably going to put in some work because a lot of companies have switched to this style of blade. It's a lot thinner than Wahl's previous blade. It's a lot like the slim deep tooth cutter that Stylecraft uses. And it's kind of interesting to see them go in this direction. So here we have it, y'all. The F32 Fade Out Wahl Vapor Clipper. All right, you guys, if you guys are interested in heading over to the other video where we share our first impressions, there's a lot going on with this Kuno clipper, actually. Completely different blade. I mean, the thing pops off. You got a lot going on here, man. So I'll put the price up on the screen. And of course, you guys could use my code Eddie10. You can pre-order these now with Williamsport Barber Supply, and they'll get one out to you. So I'm pretty excited. Tomorrow, I'm going to put this thing to the test. We're going to give this thing a good try, and we'll see what we come up with. But overall, you know, seems like a pretty good clipper from Wahl. It doesn't seem like a super high-end clipper. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles, no extra charging options, none of the stuff that we've come to enjoy from other companies. But it does seem like a pretty solid clipper, and I do like the shape. I like the size of it. It's very small, fits in the hand quite nicely, and I'm excited to put it to use. This is the YouTube Barber Academy. Over 800 videos to help you learn. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys over in the video where we're going to be doing the unboxing for the Kuno.